Okay, thank you so much for coming this afternoon. We are here for the Snack Byte file cabinet training this afternoon. I am going to take about 25 minutes going over the file cabinet and then leave some time for questions. Don't hesitate to ask questions while I'm going through what I have to offer today, but I will leave some time at the end as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Um, the first thing I want to do is just talk about the two different ways to access the file cabinet. So I have logged in as NC instructor, so I can see everything like you guys see it. And the first way I'm going to show you how to access file cabinet is through the quick links. So over in the top left-hand corner, you guys can see my computer or my screen, correct? Okay. Over in the top left-hand corner of my Neosho, you can access the quick links and then my pages and then the file cabinet. Now this is the location where you can see what is in your file cabinet. You can make folders, you can delete items. This is the whole thing. So this is any coursework, bookmarks, handouts. We don't necessarily deal with readings, any course cartridges, which you wouldn't have any of those unless you've worked with me or worked with someone on how to put those in. If you have questions on those, please let me know and I'll help you with that. It's really not what you think it is, but that's where they live. It's mainly for like quizzes and stuff like that. So the ones that we're going to talk about today, though, are coursework, bookmarks, and handouts. Those are the three that we would use file cabinet for the most. But like I said, this is the location where we would access anything, like this is where we would modify or delete our file, anything from our file. Okay, I'm sorry, I have people coming in, so I'm clicking all over the place. So for creating folders, it's just as simple as any kind of file explorer. We have a create folder button here, and then it takes you to a page where you can give it a name. Maybe it'll take us to a page. Pretty basic. So let's say test folder. This is under coursework. Now I've got a folder. For me, I have a bunch of coursework items in my file cabinet, so I need to have folders for each class and each unit. That way I know, okay, I'm looking for unit 5, 2.61 is the assignment I'm looking for. I don't have to look through the whole list of assignments. I can just go in here and I know that it's under unit 5 and that's the assignment I'm looking for. So to make it organized, you have to go to the file cabinet here. Obviously, NC Instructor only has 3 assignments in here, so it doesn't look as overpowering or overwhelming. But I've created a test folder, and it's as simple as putting a checkbox next to which assignments you want to move into that folder. And then you've got this little option here. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit.
Please.
Sorry. Just let me know when you guys can't see something. I'd much rather know than going through this whole thing. So you have the checkboxes next to the assignments, and then you have this spot right here that says move selected to, and we've only got one folder. So it's automatically set to test folder. Click go. And now it's a little more organized. Pretty simple, okay? You can also, let's say I want to change the name of this test folder to something. You have this pencil that we're all familiar with. There's always the pencil for editing. And I can rename that folder at any point. And it will take us back to that screen, slowly but surely, where we created the folder. Okay, so I'm actually going to say new, just to change it. As far as the assignment names go, let's see what the pencil takes us to for that. I believe it looks similar. Yes. So this is helpful for situations where you might have your assignment in, let's say my class is CSIS 100, it's unit 1 test. but I also have a Unit 1 test for CSIS 105. And I've saved both of them at different times to the file cabinet. So I want to change the name, obviously, without affecting the assignment in my course. I want to change the name in file cabinet. So when I'm looking for that test, I know which one I'm selecting. You can come in here and you can change the name of the file in your file cabinet to include the course if you would like. So I'm going to put CSIS 105 in here just so we can see what it looks like. And now it has the CSIS 105 at the beginning, but that didn't affect the assignment that is in that course. This is just for the way that you view it in the file cabinet, or when you're going in to add it as an assignment in a different course and you're looking for Unit 1 test, you're going to be looking for the correct one. Okay. Obviously, if we're trying to clean up, you've got our little trash cans here, and that will just delete them from the file cabinet. It's not deleting them from your course. Do I have any questions about the coursework side? So the assignments make it into this folder by, I'll show you in a minute, by going to them in the coursework page. This is just where they live and where we can view them, and we can modify the order of the file cabinet and modify the title of the assignment in your file cabinet. Bookmarks and handouts are very similar as far as you can make folders and change the names of them. This is the only place, so the difference between coursework and the bookmark and handouts sections is that you put assignments into the file cabinet from the coursework page, but you cannot put bookmarks and handouts from your course into the file cabinet. You can do it the other way. You can import from the file cabinet into your course, but you can't push them to your file cabinet. I know that kind of seems confusing, but you can put, let's say you're setting up your course and you know you have these 10 bookmarks that you need to put in your course, and it's easier to just put them all right here. You can add your bookmarks here and have them all in your file cabinet. Then you can go to your course and you can upload them all at one time. And I'll show you how to do that here in a couple of minutes. But the difference between the coursework page is that you don't put your coursework assignments in the file cabinet. You push them from your coursework page to the file cabinet. So it's just flip-flopped. So it'll make more sense as we go through this session, but just knowing that they are different in that way. Okay, so we can add bookmarks and handouts to the file cabinet from the file cabinet area, and then we can import those items into the courses. Okay, so any questions about the actual file cabinet? If not, we'll keep moving on. Okay, so we will go to our course. And then I'm going to go first to resources and discuss what I was talking about. So from here, I don't have a way of pushing this handout to my file cabinet. I can import from my file cabinet. So if I click on import, I can choose some of those handouts that were in my file cabinet that we saw previously. I can click on however many I want. So this is why I was saying adding it all in one place is kind of nice, because then you can just select all of them and import. And now we have all of them at one time, not having to add a handout, fill it all out, do it one at a time. It's pretty handy that way. Same thing with bookmarks. We don't have a way of pushing this bookmark to our file cabinet, but we can import those bookmarks that we already have saved in our file cabinet all at once. I only have one bookmark in there, but it's pretty easy to import it that way. Does anybody have any questions about the bookmarks and the handouts? Okay, just remembering that you can upload them all to the file cabinet and then import them at one time in your course. You just can't take them from your course and put them in your file cabinet. All right, coursework. So under each add assignment, whether it's just here at the top or it's within your unit, you have the option to import. I'd like to give the example of, let's say, usually this is used a little bit more when we're building a course from the ground up or we're adding a piece to our course. Uh, you know, obviously, if we've taught for a while, we're not adding a whole bunch of new content to our courses. We're just kind of evolving and making them bigger and better. So this is kind of going with maybe the course is new or we're adding a new piece. And let's say I want to make an assignment that is for participation. And I know that I'm going to have it in each unit. So I use units for week, like 1 through 16 is my units. So everyone has their assignments in those weeks. And I will have a participation assignment for each week, but I only want to make one assignment because it would be a lot easier for me if I did that. So I have a participation assignment and I have a let's see, a quiz. And these are face-to-face classes, so I'm gonna use basic for each of those. And so real quick, I'll make this participation assignment. Participation. Please don't make fun of my spelling. Just make this real quick. So that way we have something in that unit. And then I'm going to go back to that unit and here's our participation assignment. I'm going to also make a participation quiz. I should have paid attention to when I put that due date. Maybe I did do the 14th. So I'm making these real quick. And I know I want to have these in each of my units. And so I have participation quiz and participation assignment. I'm going to click on participation quiz. And I'm going to go to save to your file cabinet. Okay. I'm going to deselect enable assignment linking because that can just cause problems in the future. I always suggest that you remove that checkmark. Click save. Okay, great. It's been saved. Then up here on the right, I can see if I click this button right here, it will take me to the participation assignment that I had next in my list. So I'm going to click on that. And now I'm in the participation assignment of editing section. And I'm going to click more. Same thing, save to your file cabinet, deselect, save. Okay. Now these are living in my file cabinet. I'm going to go back out here. And I'm going to go to one of my next units that might be open. Let's change this due date to that. I'm going to go here, import, and I've got both of these here. Select both of them, import selected. Okay, great. And let's go look. There's my 2 assignments for that unit. And I'm sorry, the reason why the add assignment wasn't showing is because this unit was closed. So I just edited the due date to make it to where it was open the whole term and it would allow me to add more assignments. Click on import, choose those 2 assignments, import. Now they're there. See how much time this is saving me from not having to create those assignments in each of my units. So they're there. They are here. I can add them here just by going to add assignment, import, selecting 2 of them and import them. Does anybody have any questions about that?
Once you create this assignment on each unit, is it possible to edit them individually if you needed, or if you edit one, everything is edited?
Nope, that's why I deselected that box. If you deselect the checkbox that says enable editing, let me see, I can't remember what it says. Saved it, enable assignment linking. So if this box is checked, then any new copy of the one that you've saved to the file cabinet will take on any of the updates from the original. I always deselect this so that way whenever I want to go into this assignment here that I've copied from the file cabinet, I can edit it to whatever I want. I can change it to this is week 2 participation quiz. So that way in the grade book, it shows up as week 2. And that's not going to affect anything else. That won't affect the original. That won't affect any of the assignments moving forward. If you import one assignment from the file cabinet, it should open that assignment in. So it went directly to the assignment right after you create it. Where before when I opened multiple from the file cabinet and I imported multiple, it just went back to the coursework page. Where if you import one, it will bring it to this page right here where you can open up and edit that assignment and do whatever you need to do to that assignment. So if you wanted to change this assignment to week 2 and make sure you want to put it in the unit that it's supposed to go in, any of the dates, points, whatever you want to edit, you can do all of that. So a lot of people use this for, first of all, face-to-face classes where you have a bunch of just assignments that are basic placeholders that you're just putting a whole bunch of scores in for. It doesn't require a lot of directions and stuff like that. So they're just wanting to put them in the different units, and you can just make a couple of assignments and then go through and do what I just did by importing just a couple of different assignments, and it just does it for you. And then you can just tweak it for each week without having to completely create everything over and over and over. It's also handy for situations like this semester I taught a course a little bit different, but I used all of the same assignments and same content. So I took a blank shell, but then I was able to go to all of my old assignments that I imported into my, let me pull it up, file cabinet, or I pushed to my file cabinet. Maybe I can find it. I had it open. Oh, there it is. It is popping open. Okay. So, I went in and I saved all of the units for my CSIS 100 class. So I had all of my assignments for those units, and I knew I had to obviously make the folders, add all of the assignments to the file cabinet, and then come in here and add all of them to the folders. But now when I want to go in and set up my weekly units with a new layout, I don't have to go in and one by one add those assignments. I just went in, I chose to teach Access before PowerPoint this year. So I created a unit that was Access, and I went in and clicked, let's just say, I'll go to import here. And then I just went into that unit and chose whichever assignments I needed to put in, and it just imported it all at once. I didn't have to create the assignments. I just moved them from last year to this year and I just put them in a different place. So it made it a lot easier for me to be able to adjust the layout of my class without having to create brand new assignments. Does that make sense? Just a little more organized, I should say. And it's a nice little hub for those assignments. Okay, so I'm at the 20-minute mark. Does anybody have any questions about file cabinet that I did not go over, or anything that you do with your file cabinet that you think might be helpful for us? or any questions.
Is there a connection between the Moxie Manager and the file cabinet?
Ooh, I mean, in what kind of way?
I'd always assumed that they were connected somehow, that they were the same or part of the same thing. That because they're both storing content.
Sure. So like being able to possibly reach the Moxie manager or the file cabinet from the Moxie manager, like in this manner.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think so. Because I don't think so, but you know what, Steve, I will definitely look into that because that would be helpful for the handouts piece. At the same time, I think this is just like a file explorer kind of situation. Or like a network drive, but on the system. So where the file cabinet is more coursework based, this is all of my Neosho based. If that
And is the file cabinet one file cabinet for per person per user? So all my courses would be connected to one cabinet.
Yeah, and that's why I said to label them. So, well, I can click on it. So these say CSIS 100 unit, you know, and I guess I don't have any 105 stuff saved in folders yet, but because this is all mine, there is no separation between classes. It's when I say push to file cabinet, it pushes to the file cabinet for Maggie Miller. So it's definitely, if you're pushing a bunch of stuff to the file cabinet, it's a really good idea to come over here to go to the main file cabinet and clean it up. Because clearly I already need to start cleaning mine up again. Or at least labeling. I don't know what weeks these are from. Are these from my 105 class or my 100 class? I don't know. So I would definitely take a look at that. What else? If anything. Okay. Well, if you come up with anything and or have any questions after you get off of here, please send us an email at online@neosho.edu. I will be putting this recording as well as my other lunch bites and snack bites up on our YouTube page, and you can see the link under my teaching and then instructional support. And they are right here under the lunch bites playlist. So if you need to watch this again, that's where it will be located. Otherwise, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Becky.